Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry for the delay. I was a few minutes late getting in here. I just shut down my compressor. I was really trying to finish painting the Heimak before we started to do this because I just had a few last parts left to paint. The gray parts, which were just the backpack and the rifle of that. I really wanted to finish that before we start this, so I was really rushing to try to get that. And of course, it was like that kind of situation where like I was almost done, and then the paint ran out, so had to mix up some more paint and put it in there again. Yeah, so I was like rushing, trying to get it done in the spring, but it's done. Anyway, so the airbrushing on the Heimak is done. I fixed that color, I think, rather than that really yellow, nasty, as I said yesterday, that poopy yellow color I sprayed. Here's the part of the Heimak again. I sprayed some, just a light layer of sandy brown on top of this, and that helped to tone down the yellow in the khaki color. So you remember it was like that brownish, it had a lot more of a yellow tint to it. It's much less now with the sandy brown on top of that. So looking a lot better there for that color. I think so. I'm pleased with that. Crazy People says never rush your gunpla. That's a very good point. Shouldn't rush, but I was rushing in that case. I'm still gonna do a wash over these parts, but that's just gonna be hand brushed later. So I'm not totally done painting that, but with the airbrush I am anyway. So how's it going, guys? This red stuff going on here on my nose. My nose is usually always pretty red, but it's especially red because I was wearing my mask. Anyway, so we're gonna build the head of the Banshee Norn, and then I don't know. After that, should we start the arms or what? I don't really know. The manual actually goes to the feet next, but I kind of want to build the head first. I think. Yeah, I think so. If I can find it in the manual. Here we are. Still got a lot to do. Yes, it is a terrible feeling running out of paint. Your reservoir suddenly goes dry when you're just about to finish. Sucks. Few people were complaining yesterday about my language. I think I cursed a few times yesterday in my frustration of trying to put those parts together. Apologies for that. This being a live video, I mean, this one and just all live videos in general, I'm not really going to be as concerned. In my regular videos, I don't curse just because I don't really do that much in general, really, but I definitely do when I'm frustrated. So just be aware that in my live videos, there may be the occasional cursing. Yep, that's it. So let's see. And surely that's a part for the face. Where is that? And 10. Looking forward to building the head, if for no other reason than just the new for no other reason than the new feature added to the head for the Destroy Unchained mode. The beverage I have in this Starbucks container is not Starbucks product placement, it's just water, actually. So that's it. No heights today. Yeah, I was really nursing that beer last night. We got through like almost, well, it was like a 3-hour broadcast, and I was like halfway done with it. So then after that, I wanted to sleep, but I didn't want to waste the beer, so like I finished it like really fast before going to sleep. But it probably helped me sleep better, so it's not a bad thing. Okay, so I'm gonna need these as well. I am gonna try to focus a little bit more on the build to try to get through a lot more. I mean, like yesterday, granted it's a perfect grade. It's gonna take more time, just in general, but yesterday took like 3 hours to just build, just snap up the torso of that, and it's, I mean, there's a lot going on in the torso, but not that much. So I want to try to go a little bit faster today, not take so much time. Where are these? I'm just cutting the parts out of the end runner here, and there's just a couple little parts left on here, and because there's a lot of these parts for in the head are coming off this end runner here, I have a feeling that those parts are going somewhere on the head as well, but I don't see it, so I guess not. Where do those parts go? I don't recognize them. A lot of these parts, aha, they are going on here. Yeah. A lot of the parts of this kit are very recognizable. I mean, probably with any kit, but I feel like with this kit especially, a lot of the parts are very easy to identify what they are and which parts you need for different stuff. Come on, Zach, if in your overview of the 00 riser you forgot to show off the condenser type variant, perhaps you can review and you mentioned, Zach. Yeah, obviously I'm going to cover a lot more in the review of the Trans Am riser, but not everything. I think I say near the beginning of that review. And you'll see it. I'll upload it probably tonight after this or first thing in the morning. In the review of the Trans Am riser, I'm pretty sure I made a point to say that I'm not an expert at all when it comes to pretty much anything from 00. So I like to give good information in my reviews of stuff, but I also don't really have the time to go like do a bunch of research before going into reviews. I should. I'd like to, but you know, sometimes ain't nobody got time for that. So usually just kind of go off the hip with whatever I know. Don't really do my research before going into videos. It's a little bit lazy, I know, but sorry. So yeah, my review of the Trans Am riser is not going to be the most informed, but the point of the review mostly is just to show you what you get in the box and what you can do with it, and that's kind of what I'm going over. So again, if you guys have any questions, those of you who are watching, I see it's not too many at the moment. Let's see. So if any of you guys have questions, again, just make your question easy for me to see. I'll be sort of glancing up and down at the comment stream there. If you have something you want to ask, make it easy for me to see. WA. This is a cool piece for the eyes. Very tiny nub. And this piece there for the eyes is pretty cool. That's annoying. You can hear a fly flying around. Nike, Charles, please give it a rest talking about the MG Wing Gundam. You talked about it so much yesterday. I'm not even watching the comments that closely, and every time I look up, they're just talking something about the Master Grade Wing Gundam. Someone asked, Zach, have you finished your PG Unicorn? No. I think I probably said in the first video of this series that I really wish I had finished at least just snapping my Perfect Grade Unicorn first before this one, so at least I would be able to compare it. But sadly, I did not have time, so no, my Perfect Grade Unicorn is not built yet. And again, I would have liked to have had that built just for the comparison sake, but I know like 98% of the Gundam itself is just recycled from that kit. So there's not really much to compare. I mean, it's mostly the same kit. Gonna use the rest of our shiny gold here. It's really nice gold. Again, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same gold process they used for the Kakushiki 2.0, but I am going to repaint it. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I don't know. We'll see. The parts that I put on the chest, the gold parts that go on the chest, you can get away maybe with not painting it because none of the nub marks show, but on these parts on the head, I think some of the nub marks are going to show. So we'll see how bad it is. If they're not too bad, maybe I won't repaint these parts, but pretty sure I'm going to repaint them. I ordered today. I just ordered a bunch of paint. Like the main paint, like the most important paint that I need for this kit is glossy black that I need a lot of, and that paint was sold out. So I need to check a couple of different sites here in Korea to try to find some glossy black paint. I think I didn't check Gaia notes. I usually order my paint from Hobby Factory, their online store. Just getting some of the undergates on these parts here. Hobby Factory's online store is pretty good. So, question: are you going to get the PG.4 riser? If not buying it, you think maybe your sponsor could send you one? No, I highly doubt my sponsor would send me a PG.4 riser because it's not a new kit. So there's not really a whole lot to gain because I'm sure there's a lot of coverage of that kit on YouTube already. And no, I don't have any plans to buy the Perfect Grade 00 riser. There's been times in the past where I was tempted to buy that kit, even though I'm not really a big fan of the 00 riser. It just looks like a pretty nice kit, even though it basically looks like a brick. But the PG.4 riser, I mean, it does look like a pretty cool kit to build and can look good if it's done well. But no, I never got around to actually buying one, and I probably won't ever. Q18, very tiny part here. See that really tiny part there for the head Vulcan. That's one of the two of them there. I have to be really careful not to lose this, not to lose these in my pile of parts. To put that off to the side. Very tiny piece. It's always funny when you're like building a perfect grade and all the parts are really huge and then you still have like really super tiny pieces. That's good, right? Anything else from the Q runner on here? I don't think so. Probably not. Let's see, Q. No. Are going to have to use the LED for the head. Our B runner here has, looks like most of these parts. See, a lot of these parts have this, when you're cutting them off, the runner, it just breaks off. That's just the gate, and just like there was such little plastic left like in the tree between them that it just kind of breaks off. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. It just happens sometimes. So I'm just like cutting these off and just like brushing them to the side, but they're so small and like similar to these really small like Vulcan parts. I'm really nervous I'm gonna get those mixed up and just like brush the Vulcan parts off to the side. They're so tiny. Question, what is the most ridiculous P Bandai stuff that have been released before? I don't know what you mean by ridiculous, so I'm not sure. You mean like ridiculously expensive P Bandai thing, or just the thing that was like, why is this a P Bandai release or something like that? Not really sure exactly what you mean by the most ridiculous P Bandai kit. I don't know. Talk. Okay, rotate. There we go. All right, let's see, then we need these Bs 15 and 16. So a lot of parts going into a head. But I imagine that's probably not too surprising. Let's see, what else we need here? WR, okay, got that, got all of those. We need our A runner. Of course, really excited to check this out, to see how well these magnets work in these. Let's find out. There's our leaf in. Yeah, the magnets, it doesn't like snap together as strong as I was imagining it does, but I mean they do hold together securely, so the magnet is strong enough at least to do what it needs to do anyway there. So it is going to look good in unicorn mode, as I am planning to display it in unicorn mode. That's good. It should be I suppose. Anyway, so that's cool. I'm wondering if the color really matches. The color does look very slightly different from the gold. Don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it. It does look really slightly different. On the V-fan, it does look a little bit more yellow than on the other gold-plated parts. Pretty sure there is a little tiny color difference there. see, I N A W A Q. There's another Q part here that I need. 17. And that, I think, should be it. Let's get to work on these nubs. Let's see. Confirmed. Zach uses KakaoTalk. Of course I use KakaoTalk. I live in Korea. Everyone in Korea uses KakaoTalk. Even though they shouldn't, the Korean government now is able to monitor KakaoTalk. Of course, it's very similar to the issue in the United States, like the NSA being able to. I'm gonna turn that off. The NSA being able to like monitor people's emails and stuff. And, like, of course, the Korean government says the same thing. Like, it's just for if they need to, or any sort of like criminal investigation or something like that. But of course, it's still just kind of bullshit. There's a different application called Telegram that is totally private. It's a much better application for privacy, and it has like a setting that like you can set it so that like it will just automatically delete any messages that you get. Like if you're having a conversation with someone, like it'll just automatically delete the messages after like 5 seconds. Like as soon as you look at the as soon as you open the message, like after 5 seconds, it'll just automatically delete. It's pretty cool. I don't actually use that. The only person I use that app to talk with is my wife, because not a lot of people really use that app. Most people still use KakaoTalk. So as much as I don't really want to, still have to use KakaoTalk just because everyone basically uses it. Someone says they use Telegram too. Telegram's a cool application, I think. At first, it was lacking a lot of features, but they've done a good job to bring a lot of the features into it that other things like KakaoTalk and I don't know what you guys use in America, WhatsApp or something. I don't really know, but similar applications, or like in Japan they use Line. And I think maybe in the Philippines or other countries as well, you guys use Line as well. I'm not too sure about that though. Comment, I did not know that the Korean government could now monitor KakaoTalk. Yeah, I don't know the specifics about that. Can't tell you too specifically, but I do know that. The Telegram custom sticker. Budi's talking about using the Telegram custom sticker. You mean talking like the stickers where it's like the pictures of people? Thailand uses Line. Question, Zach, what grit of sanding stick do you use? This one I'm actually not entirely sure. I don't remember what grit this is. I think these ones that I have at the moment are 4 or 600, so relatively rough. because these small little sanding sticks are just what I use for nubs mostly. Then for other finer sanding, I usually use sandpaper for like anything higher, 800 or 1200. Yeah, so aside from having trouble getting the glossy black, I'm also having trouble finding a good glossy top coat for spraying out of the airbrush. Anybody have any recommendations? Question, you think that the government monitors Gmail chat, iMessage, and Facebook chat? I have no idea. No idea about that. There's some mold lines here on this part of the back of the head. That's what I'm sanding at the moment, not nubs. So if you're wondering why I'm doing particularly a lot of sanding on this part, just with the sanding stick here, it's because there's a nasty mold line going around on the back part of the head. It's not that nasty, but it's definitely noticeable. That's much better. Cat is meowing a lot out there. Pretty sure that's nylon meowing, and he only meows when he's hungry. I don't know why he's crying about that. I know he has food. I just gave him food an hour ago. Question, do you think MG Hyakushiki Kai mass production type's color should have been the same as the Hyakushiki 2.0? I do. I don't really like the design too much of that Hyakushiki mass production Kai. I don't really like that design much, but if I did, yeah, I wish that Bandai would have made it the same plated gold as the regular Hyakushiki 2.0. But then people were saying like, but yeah, if it was the same plated gold, then it would have made the price even more expensive. It's expensive because the P Bandai kit would have been even more expensive if it was plated. Yeah, true, but the plating is so much better than that gold. I mean, even the plastic quality, I feel like that gold plastic, even the plastic quality of that is not as good as just like the regular plastic quality. Could just be my imagination, but that's how I feel about that. Then, of course, you can also make the argument that it's not really any point to it being plated because you can just paint it like that yourself as well, which is also a fair point. So, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, I think it should have been in the same plating as the regular kit, but there's pros and cons there. So. Comment, instead of blowing the plastic sanding everywhere, you should be using a can of compressed air to blow off the parts. You might be breathing in microparticles of plastic. that can be good for your health. Yeah, I don't see how blowing the dust with with compressed air is much different from just blowing it with my mouth. I mean, I could like hold it farther away from me, but I mean, there's still going to be plastic particles floating around in the air, I suppose. One advantage of using compressed air, I think, would be that it would clear the dust out of smaller areas better. But I'm going to wash the parts before painting anyway, so it's not really too big of a deal, I think. Oh no. Hey, did you guys see the new Star Wars poster? What do you guys think about that new Star Wars poster? I know you're excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to see Star Wars. I told my wife that the first movie I want Noah to see is Star Wars. Not this new one, of course. We're talking A New Hope. I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan, like know everything about it, like that kind of huge Star Wars fan, but do love those movies and cannot wait for The Force Awakens. Star Wars is very exciting. Hopefully we'll be able to get my wife's parents to babysit so we can go out that night and one night in December and watch that. Because my wife likes Star Wars, maybe not as much as me, but she likes it as well. So she had never seen any Star Wars movies until I forced her to watch them. Not so much forced, she's very willing. My wife is a very big movie fan, as am I. Yeah. Really hard to hold this piece and try to sand it. Question, do you have like an air purifier in your modeling room? Perhaps you should invest in one. No, I don't have an air purifier in my modeling room. Yes, the year of Star Wars, new Star Wars movie, new Battlefront game. I don't really know anything about the new Battlefront game. I've seen videos about it come up in my video, like in my recommended videos on YouTube, but not really too into gaming, so I haven't watched anything about it. Marathon, I've thought about trying to do a marathon, Star Wars marathon, 1 through 6, before Episode 7 comes out. I've tried doing that before in college. Me and my buddies tried doing that. Star Wars marathon, only one of us out of like maybe 6, only one of us actually made it through to watch all of them. I think I passed out in like maybe like near the beginning of Empire Strikes Back, which is an absolute shame because it's like the best one. Almost made it, but not quite. Yeah, I can tell I am going to want to repaint these gold parts, I think. Some of those nubs are really noticeable. Question, do you watch Running Man? If you're talking about the Korean TV show Running Man, I do watch it occasionally, not on purpose, but if we're like at my wife's parents' house when it's on, because sometimes they watch it. So I do know the show relatively well. I have seen it a few times, but no, I don't watch it. If you're not talking about the Korean TV show, if you're just talking about the movie The Running Man, then absolutely, I've seen it many, many times. I love that movie. I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, cheesy old action movies. It's my jam. Yes, MG Ball TIE Fighter. I have an MG Ball Verka that I really want to build into a cell phone stand. Just like make the arms, instead of like being like this, just like upside down to like hold the, like, I can't bend my arms that way, but the arm is being bent in a way to like put my cell phone there on my desk. It'd be cool. The ball, for being such a like silly little thing, is a really nice master grade kit. Beautiful inner frame on that. It's the kind of kit that you really want to show off the inner frame of that thing. Which version of the master grade ball do you guys like the best? I like the Verka. That's me. Yes, even Kindergarten Cop. Yes, of course, Kindergarten Cop. Of course, Kindergarten Cop is among the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that I love. Love his comedy movies, love his action movies. Haven't loved some of his more recent movies. He was in a movie recently that looked really good. I can't remember what it was called. Not The Expendables. It wasn't an action movie. It was like more of like a drama movie. Forget what that movie was called. Looks pretty good though. Pretty sure it didn't get released here in Korea, or it was a very limited release. Usually go to the movie theater about 2 or even 3 times a month sometimes. Christian, do you watch Mask King? That's quite an amusing show. I think Mask King. Are you talking about like the Charles? Are you talking about the singing show, like where the singers wear a mask and the people like try to guess who it is? It's like a competition show. They go through a competition, and in the end, like the winner then finally takes off their mask, and they see who the winner was. If that's the show you're talking about, then yes, I obviously know what you're talking about, and I've seen it a few times. I hate that show though. I hate most Korean TV shows. Especially there's like this new show. It's like a rap competition. It's like a competition show for like young female rappers, hip hop artists. I think it's called like Unpretty Rapper. It's so ridiculous. I really hate it. If you guys think that like rappers like Lil Wayne and Young Thug and like all these like new rappers, if you guys are like the kind of people that think that they're like ruined rap and like it's like newest generation of rappers is just like absolute shit, then you should come and see, or you don't need to go anywhere, just look on YouTube for some like Korean rappers. It's like nothing but just biting off of. It's like so unoriginal. It's nothing but just biting off American rappers. So ridiculous. Question. So what do you usually watch on TV? I don't watch TV. That should answer that question really quickly. The only time I ever see TV is at my wife's parents' house or like in a restaurant or something, because like restaurants in Korea, pretty much all of them have a TV on all the time. It's like, I love Korea and I love Korean people, but Korean people are like cannot live without watching TV like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like unless they're at work, and they just have to be watching TV. They can watch TV in their car, on their navigation system. They're going home, go out to a restaurant, you can watch TV at the restaurant. At home, like a lot of people just have the TV on all the time at home, like whether they're watching it or not. Like they're cooking dinner and the TV's on, and eating dinner and just leave the TV on, and like having a shower and the TV's still on, and just always keeping the TV on. And kids, I mean, I'm sure kids in America do this too. Just go home from school, the TV's on. Always got the TV on. As soon as their mom comes home, just quick turn the TV off. Just pretend like they're studying. I'm sure it's the same in a lot of other places too. People just love TV, but Korean people, man, love TV. I don't really like TV in general, and especially Korean TV, so that's why I don't watch it. Yeah, Korean dramas are popular in a lot of places outside of Korea. I don't really understand why. They're such bullshit. Every story is just the same. The acting is terrible. One thing that I've kind of gotten used to it now, I think, which is sad. But one thing, especially when I first came to Korea, and I know it's still the case, but just sadly, I think I've just kind of gotten used to it. But I'm pretty sure that like no one working in the Korean TV industry has like any idea how to do lighting properly, especially on Korean dramas, where I know they have a production budget, and it's obviously not that big, but I know they're obviously using lighting all the time, and no one knows how to use it properly because the lighting is always like just absolute shit on them. So yeah, they're like the equivalent of like soap operas in America, which are like not taken seriously at all. But here they're like a huge thing. A lot of people love Korean soap operas, Korean drama soap operas. I find that depending on TV, so much is great. I don't know. Do you think Bandai will make MG G-Reco kits anytime soon? I think Bandai will make an MG G-Self eventually. I have no idea when that's actually going to be. You'd think that they want to do that relatively soon, but at this point, they may just hold that off until, I don't know. It's a very good question. But I don't think there's, that I can think of, there's no Gundam series in existence that we don't have at least one MG from the series. Now, obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is the G Savior. Don't have any MGs from this G Savior, but that's not a series, just a movie. So from any series, I think we have at least one MG from it. So for Bandai to not put out even one MG from G-Reco does not really make sense. I think eventually they have to put out at least the G-Self. Someone, Carlos said, I'm Asian and I hate Asian dramas. Yeah, man. I think if you just like are just a normal person who like is aware of things in the world, then Korean dramas or anything like soap operas, anything like that is probably not going to do much for you except just provide like some mindless entertainment. Like the kind of people watching it like, oh, it's so bad, it's good kind of thing. Or like, yeah, I know it's silly, it's stupid, but I just love it so much. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? Silly. Question, why would you think the 00 series only released its main unit as MG aside from GNX? I don't know. I think Bandai could and will eventually do more MGs from the 00 series, I'm sure. Like the Virtue and Dynamace and Curios and those. It's only a matter of time. I'm sure those will eventually come out. The 00 series is relatively popular. So, suggestion: can you focus more on the parts? You mean like focus more on just getting this done rather than talking to you guys? Yes, actually. I was gonna say I would love to do that. It's not that I would love to do that. Not that I don't want to talk to you guys, but yeah, I do want to try to get this done. Almost there. Comment, we don't have an MG from G Savior, Iron Blooded Orphans, or G Reco. I don't know. Yeah, again, like I said, G Savior is not a series. Iron Blooded Orphans literally just started, so I don't really think we can count those. Reconquista and G is so far the only series that is completed as far as we know, and we don't have any MG out of it yet. He looks so focused. Of course, Ra is very focused. My voice seems to be fading a little bit. I had a lot of classes today, a very full day at school. So my voice is probably going to be a little weak. Question, can you move the camera angle a bit to the side so to focus more on the parts so we can see better? I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm focused. But more to the side, there's nothing really to see. Move it down like this so you can see the parts better, but then I'm like, my face is like warped. This doesn't really matter. You want to see the parts anyway, but let's find like a happy medium there, something like that. Kind of looking like sloth here at the top of the picture. But can't really see the parts all that well anyway, so there's not really a whole lot to look at. Yeah, on these gold parts, aside from there being visible nub marks, there's very visible mold lines as well. So definitely going to strip this gold plating and repaint these parts of the head. So for example, this is like the center horn, and on the back, you can't really see it too well there on camera, but you have to take my word for it. There's a couple of nub marks on there, and then just a mold line going down the center. Yeah, when the computer's at this angle, I also can't really read the comments very well. Let's see. Question, how many more parts of live building will you do? Because I can't always get up this early to watch your build. I have followed the last 3, but can't always on weekend. How many more parts am I going to do live building? I don't know. I don't, as I said before, I don't want to do like a huge like 20 video series, and like it's already really long. But I think like these videos are not really so much, I mean like the general thing of going on in the video is that I'm building the perfect grade Banshee, but that's like, I mean, it's more so, the video is more so just like to talk with you guys, just kind of ramble about stuff, answer questions and stuff like that. I wouldn't expect, like, if someone wants to see like how the Banshee is constructed, I wouldn't expect them to like come and sit through watching like 10 hours of live feed of me building it just to see how it goes together. And I also think, me personally, that just showing on video, just snapping a kit together, it's like how it goes together is also kind of a silly video. That's why I'm not showing you like exactly how each part goes together. That's just kind of silly, very boring. Just kind of talking whilst working and then showing you the result. Question, do you teach English in Korea? Is that your only job there? Do you perhaps also teach like after school at Hagwon? No, I used to work at Hagwon before, but now I just work in a school, yes. Just teaching English in an elementary school. That's it, that's my job. And YouTube is basically like a second job. A part-time job is what, something like 20 hours a week? I think it's probably safe to say that I put somewhere around 20 hours a week in making YouTube content, so you can basically consider it like a part-time job with terrible pay, but it's my hobby that I love doing anyway, so it's not really too big of an issue there. Honestly, to get paid anything for doing what you love to do, it's pretty cool. What's your favorite Korean comfort food? Maybe fried chicken. Korean people love fried chicken as just like a comfort food. Not sure exactly what you mean by comfort food, or like how Korean you mean. If you mean like a traditional Korean food that's like a comfort food for me, or you mean like a food that's a comfort food for Korean people. A comfort food for Korean people that I also quite enjoy would probably be fried chicken, but a Korean food that is just a Korean food that for me is kind of a comfort food, maybe kimbap. I like kimbap. Simple and delicious. Alex is here. Alex can tell you about how delicious kimbap is too. Donkas kimbap. It's where it's at, the best kimbap, and not every place has that. So you got to search out a good donkasu kimbap place. There's one near where I live, and I just had it today for dinner. This is the last one. All right, that's it for all our nubs. We're ready to assemble the head. I'm first going to just also clean up our standing Riddy figure here. Really, really quite large. Must be a tall fellow. I guess he was pretty tall in the series, if I remember correctly. I can't wait to have a 1/60 scale Merida Cruz figure. Ah, it's gonna be so awesome. For me, getting the P Banshee part set was pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, number one, I like the Banshee. Number two, comes with water slides. Number three, it comes with a 1/60 scale Merida Cruz figure. Sold and sold. And it's not that expensive. It's like 40 bucks. So totally worth it for me. I feel like I want to munch something. Yeah, me too. I'm actually feeling a little bit hungry. I think this live broadcast might actually be a little bit short. I think just after building the head, we might just call it a night at that. I might just go relax for a while. I'm actually pretty tired. Today was my first day back at work after having a week off to be with my wife and new baby. And my first day back at work was a very, very busy, full day. Usually most teachers will have maximum 6 classes a day to teach, and I'm talking like their students like homeroom teachers. It's like the main teachers, not like I'm like a subject teacher, like where I teach only a one specific subject. Where like the students, homeroom teachers will teach them all like everything, math, science, and all the general stuff. Then we have subject teachers just for like PE, music, arts, and English, like that. So anyway, for subject teachers, the average is maybe 4 or 5 classes a day. For homeroom teachers, maybe 5 or 6 classes a day. Today I taught 8 classes, much more than the average. So I was very, very busy. It's not because I had a week off. It has nothing really to do with that. Just the students have their midterm test this week, so schedule changes, and just online class. I'm not really gonna get into explaining about that, but I do, through our school system, we do also teach English teachers. Anyway, we do also teach some classes online as well. We can. I'm just doing some cleanup of the mold lines on this pilot figure. If you can hear me scraping, I'm just kind of scraping away at some of these, some of the mold line going all around on the figure. I am planning on painting this figure as well. Another P Bandai kit that I did pre-order, if any of you guys are interested to know, is the HG Turnation. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you maybe know that I'm a big fan of Turn A Gundam. It's one of my favorite Gundam series. And I think, as I said in the Gunpla News video, most recent Gunpla News video, the Turnation is, in my eyes, actually, it's a bit of an abomination to the Turn A Gundam. I love the uniqueness of the Turn A Gundam, and a lot of people don't like it because of its design, but I think what makes it so special is its design. And like, to alter that design, I think just totally takes away from just what makes the Turn A the Turn A. I mean, like, the reason that it's so cool is because of that design. I think like altering it would like definitely alter its coolness. You know what I mean? I don't know, but as far as altering it goes, I think that one is pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a try anyway. That's, yeah, the Turn A. As far as kits go, I've built the old 1/144 scale non-grade kit. That was like, I found that was the first kit that I fully painted. A few years ago. I'd love to get that master grade. I've just never have got it really. But I would love to get a master grade Turn A someday. By all accounts, it's an amazing kit, one of the best master grades. Just if you're a fan of the design, really, right? Oh, what I was going to do was I was going to get a pilot figure. Do a little pilot figure comparison here. Here's the 160 scale Riddy next to a 1/100 scale Diarca. That's from the Master Grade Buster Gundam there. And then compare that to the 1/144 scale Low Ghoul from the RG Astray. Very tiny. He just barely comes up to Riddy's crotch there. So pretty sizable figure there. Pretty cool. Let's get to snapping this head. We are going to need a polycap here as well. I see we need PC, what was it, 20? 19? 19, there we go. Pop that out. See if we just need to clean up the polycap a little bit here. Pretty good. We need these parts and N1, which is this. Okay, it's going to be going like that. So in here. This polycap does not fit in there very well. Need to trim it a little bit. Last night I said I felt like watching Forrest Gump, and that just popped into my head again, and now I still want to watch Forrest Gump. So this polycap, which is basically the polycap going in the bottom of the head, which is going to attach it onto the body. Make sure that you get that in there correctly. For mine, I was just noticing that it's not the best fit. So just make sure that that's fitting in there well. You might need to just cut a little tiny bit of the polycap there, as I just did. Question, Zach, you want an MG turn A? I might be able to make that happen. Yes, I do want an MG turn A. Oh ho, Zach is wearing shorts. Isn't it cold these days? It's not that cold, especially not in this room, especially with these lights on. I have 2 lamps right here. So no, it's not that cold. It is definitely getting colder here, but it's not that cold yet that I cannot wear shorts. I can still wear shorts. Okay, pretty cool. Cool, these little cycle frame parts going on to like the side of the head here. This is basically forming the back of the head. I plan on pre-ordering 3 XC, amazing Xia Y3. Dun 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 dun. Don't know if I asked this yesterday. I'll ask it again, just in case. Or I didn't ask it yesterday, and I'll just ask it for the first time. Any of you guys like the band Fear Before the March of Flames, which otherwise came to be known as just simply Fear Before at the end of their career? Any of you guys Fear Before the March of Flames fans? Let me know. Give me a shout there in the feed. I'll be watching. I am, and just been going back and listening to a couple of their albums a lot this past week. So good, so good. Someone said the cockpit. This is not the cockpit. The cockpit is over here, there. I didn't try opening up the cockpit. I should look in the manual how to do it, but I think I can probably figure it out. That just opens like that. That's it. There's the cockpit open on that. Didn't show that to you guys yesterday, but in case you were curious, I should show you that with the LED on. Later when I plug the LED, I'll plug the LED in again when we put the head on to show that to you guys. Later at that time, we'll show you what the cockpit looks like opened up. Set that back aside for the time being. We need this guy. I was having this issue yesterday with the torso that some of these parts I can't. It's really hard to tell if they're pushed together totally properly or not, because a lot of these parts like I'm putting together and there's little gaps in some places that I'm not sure if are supposed to be there or not. It's kind of hard to tell. So yeah. I haven't seen anyone. I know there's a couple seconds delay, but I haven't seen anyone respond that they are in fact fans of Fear Before the March of Flames. It's just too damn bad. You guys are missing out. I guess that's right. Is that right? No, it needs to go into there. Question, what's your favorite Gundam opening theme? I talked about this in a previous live feed that I don't really like anime that much in general, and I'm definitely not one of those kind of people who likes a lot of anime music. So for like Gundam openings, for me when I'm watching like the Gundam series, I usually just skip the opening. Like I'll watch it once the first time, but then I don't want to see it again every time I'm watching the series, you know? So I don't really have a favorite, I guess. The Turn A one is pretty classic with like the Turn A Gundam. It's like in some weird like Australian accent for some reason. Uh, that's pretty interesting. The Anime Janai one is pretty good as well. I think what is that, Zeta or Double Zeta? I forget. I should know, but again, like I said, it's not something that I really care too much about. The Gundam openings, so don't really have a favorite. If you were, strange question, but if you were to be killed by Mika from the new Gundam series or Setsuna, who would you rather have kill you? I don't know who I would rather be killed by in the Gundam universe. I would hope, I guess it would be neither of them, but Alex knows what I'm talking about with the anime Janai. I'm sure a lot of you guys do know too. Yeah, and the whole turn a turn, turn a turn. I love Turn A. It's so silly. It's so good. Turn A. Yeah, here's why I like Turn A. Turn A has character. A lot of Gundam series include with the Iron Blood Orphans. I've only seen the first episode, but it's like the same thing. It's like it's cool that it's on Mars, but it's just like the same thing. Like some colony in space. The people are kind of different, and they're far away from Earth, but they're being controlled by the people on Earth. They're trying to get independence. It's basically the exact same story as the original Gundam that we've already seen like 6 times over in other different versions in different series. So like I could definitely very well be wrong about that because like I said, I've only watched the first episode so far, but that was kind of my initial feeling. I'm not that excited about the series because of that feeling I got from it. I don't know if any of you guys felt the same way or not, but yeah, and we'll see. I mean, I need to watch episode 2 and episode 3 as well. I know those are both out. I intend to watch them. I normally put the stickers on the kits just for the sake of review for you guys. I'm not going to do that with this kit because I'm not going to review it just out of box. I'm going to just paint it. But anyway, I digress. And totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, Turn A Gundam. Yeah, and like Z So Lazy is making a good point. Like I love how the characters in Turn A all like make fun of the Turn A's mustache. Yeah, like that's funny and interesting and like it makes sense. Like if like that was like actually happening, I don't know, like it's kind of silly to even say, but like if that series was real, like people would make it some. It's so ridiculous, like the mustache on the Gundam. People would make fun of it, like in real life. It's like very personable. Turn A series, it's like the characters are like really funny, and the animation is beautiful. The story is interesting. And someone says Turn A has naked chicks. Yeah, Turn A also. I mean, pretty much every Tomino series I think has a moment of some relatively innocent nudity. Let's see. All right, we need this part of the face, this part of the face. Put this one on here first. And the eyes into the back of this piece. This is pretty cool. A lot of layers here for the face part. So we've got the dark blue piece for like the front, then the green, the orange cycle frame part behind that. And behind that, we've got a just gray inner frame piece. Here you can, I'll like put it on my face. I'll put it on my forehead, then you can see it really clearly. My gigantic forehead is gonna come to some good use here. That piece, and then behind that, we've got our clear red piece. So we've got 4 different color plastic going into the face plate here. Really nice. That's the kind of thing that you want to see in a perfect grade, right? Had a couple of loose nub clippings hanging out inside of there. So there's that face. Cool with those red eyes inside there. It's looking real good. Turn A Gundam equals Pringles Gundam. I wouldn't say that. I never saw someone's. I never saw Turn A since not really a UC fan, and the Pringles Gundam is. I love that the suits for the 8th MS team Gundams were not super powered. Yeah, 8th MS team is my other favorite. Turn A, 8th MS team, and Unicorn are my favorite Gundam series. Turn A, as for those reasons that I've been talking about. 8th MS team, yeah, the Gundams are not super powerful. It's much more realistic. The characters are all really interesting. The story is short and sweet. It's a very focused story, just on basically like the character development and the love story of Shiro and Aina. It's a very good series. If any of you guys have never watched 8th MS Team, I would really highly recommend that. It's only like 12 episodes, so you basically just watch it as like a series of a couple of movies. Here's the Unicorn faceplate. Again, nice red, clear red part there. And then just gray part behind the gold part. Nice layering there. Comment, I don't know about Turn A. I mean the UC thing, the Pringles Gundam, and those enemies with the weird eyes kind of annoy me. I don't really get the point of that. ZakuAurelius, can you make a review comparing PG Unicorn and PH Banshee Norn? I'm guessing that's a typo. You just mean PG Banshee Norn. Yeah, I'll compare them eventually, I guess. Yeah, Miller's report to tie up the end. I don't know. Miller's report is kind of interesting, but I think you can watch 8th MS Team and not watch Miller's report. You don't really gain a whole lot about the story from Miller's report. It's cool to watch, but like I wouldn't say that it's exactly required viewing if you want to watch the series. You could just watch the series, but that's what I would say. You might think differently. Zeta is my favorite too. Some people are saying Zeta is their favorite. I've seen Zeta and I like it all right, but it's not really one of my favorites. Zeta also has the same kind of thing going for it, though, that it has that same kind of Tomino kind of silliness, which I like. Like some parts are extremely dark and serious. Not extremely dark. I don't think there's very few moments in any Gundam series that I would say are extremely dark, but Zeta Gundam definitely has darker moments, and then the moments where it's like really funny as well, which are good. The other thing that Turn A doesn't have is like whiny, bitchy characters that most series do have. either the main character or some other character. Parts of the head are coming together here, just about in this one piece. It's not really very secure there. I think it's going to be more secure once it's all done. Once it's actually put together. All right, now we got all the parts here for the head. Now at this point we need to put in the LED part, so pull that out. Which LED is it? Guessing should be pretty obvious. D. This little guy. Let's get it in. Should probably keep these bags. When I disassemble this, I'll put them back in their bags so nothing gets mixed up. Just to try to stay organized. Question: do you have the HGUC and MG of the Unicorn Banshee, Former Unicorn Banshee Norn, Phoenix, etc.? Let me list you all the different unicorn kits that I have, because I do have a lot of them. In HG, not really that many, actually. In HG, I have the Full Armor Unicorn Venom in Unicorn mode. That was actually given to me as a gift. It was already snapped up, so I didn't build it. I just got it already snapped. And then also have the Titanium Finish Banshee Norn in Unicorn mode, the regular Banshee in Unicorn mode, and Destroy mode in the clear versions, the Interspace clear versions. I think that's it for HG. In MG, I have the Unicorn Verka, just like the original Unicorn Verka Master Grade. Two of those. The Master Grade Unicorn that comes with the MS Cage, the Master Grade Full Armor Unicorn, two of those. One that I built, another one that was given to me. This one that I've got here, just for like comparison with this kit. This is one that was given to me. It was actually given to Alex, and he gave it to me because it was like broken. Someone here in Korea had it, and it fell off their shelf and it was like stepped on or something. I don't know, but a few parts were broken, but I pretty much fixed everything on it very simply. It didn't really take long. And the only thing that's like broken and like totally non-existent with the kit is one of the Beam Magnum barrel pieces. That's the only part that's missing. So basically two of those Full Armor Unicorn Gundams. Then the Banshee, I have the regular Banshee MG, the Verka Final Battle version MG, the Titanium Finish Banshee, the P Bandai Banshee Norn, the orange interframe version. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Anyway, I have a lot of unicorn kits. Crazy people said the MS Cage is a nice addition. Yeah, the MG Unicorn with the MS Cage is one that I've not actually built. That one's just still sitting in the backlog. But yeah, would like to get around to building that sooner than later. So here's our LED piece, by the way. That's it. First thing we need to do is HG Former Unicorn and HG Titanium Banshee Norn. The HG Titanium Banshee Norn Unicorn mode kit is a really nice kit. The I unboxed the kit a long time ago, and I've never gotten around to doing another like review video for it. I have it here under my desk, down there. I can't get to it at the moment, but I'm just waiting to put decals on that. I want to put some gold waterslide decals on that. Really nice kit though. Yeah, that is a lot of unicorns, banshees. Yeah, don't have any version of the Phoenix. I would like a master grade Phoenix. Question: when are you gonna finish reviewing the Expo Clear full armor unicorn? Yeah, Alex is asking about that. Yeah, I have the Expo Clear full armor unicorn Gundam, the master grade full armor unicorn Gundam, which is not mine, it's Alex's. I'm building for him. That's nearly finished with the building process, and it still needs decals, but I'm gonna get to that soon, Alex. Sorry, I need to finish that and give it back to Alex. Hang on, let me check this message here. Festive for the pre-orders, we got a free LED and extra weapon. I thought we got 2 of the big guns. Which is nice to have 2 of them, but I guess I should give them some. Okay, anyway. Putting the LED in the back of this back of the head here, it's making me a little bit nervous because it looks like it's going to be really hard to get out once I put this in. So yeah, let's see. But according to the pictures, let's see. Let's just see here. Hold on. Yeah, I think I might hold off on putting the LED in the head until I'm done painting, because this looks like it's going to be really hard to get out of there once the painting is done. I'll try to show you guys what is going on here. This is the back of the destroy mode face, the Gundam's face. You can see, try to point carefully. There's like 4 little clips here and here on both sides that will like hold this part in place. So you can kind of see here, it should slide in like the back of the face like that. Now here there's the 2 lower clips are on there, but I need to like pop it in behind the 2 higher clips as well. And I feel like once I press that in, I'm not going to get that back out unless I cut the plastic, and I don't really want to do that. So I might just leave the this piece out for the time being. It's kind of annoying that you have to do that. So we'll leave the LED out for the time being. Sorry guys, won't be able to show you what that looks like with the LED in it. But when it's all done, I'll be able to show you as well. Someone said, do you want to see the Kshatriya too? Oh, do want to see the Kshatriya too? Yeah, my Ellen Kshatriya is another very long overdue project to finish. I want to do that. Maybe now that I'm getting the hang of airbrushing more, I want to get back to working on the Kshatriya, because a lot of the outer armor I think I do want to airbrush. I think probably is most of it. I was planning on just airbrushing the darker green color, because the lighter green color is already a good color, I think. And once you got like the panel lining and decals and top coat on it, it's probably going to look fine, not painted, but I think probably just want to just go ahead and paint that. Anyway, all right, so let's see. let's get our head put together here. This part is going to be going on the back. That's up. This part going on top. Where exactly? Okay. Wait a minute. There, okay. Shit. Question, what's your opinion on straight building and with heavy modifications to little or no painting? Example, Joshua Darris, Shinanju, and Yakushiki. It's actually a very good point, or a very good question, I should say, because a lot of people would maybe consider not painting a kit as like kind of heresy, right? That like as a really serious modeler, you should be painting your kits, but Josh has obviously done some really amazing work there. Yeah. Question, what are your feelings of the MG V2 Verka and the Wing of Light expansion set? Goodbye, Z. My feelings about the V2 Verka, I recently posted about this on my Facebook page. I built the MG V2, the MG Victory Dash Gundam years ago, and although I don't remember it very well, to be perfectly honest, I do remember how finicky that kit was. And my memory could be a little bit exaggerated, but my point is that the HG UC V2 Gundam is a really nice kit and looks really good. And on the outside surface, there's not really a whole lot of outer detail on the master grade that the high grade doesn't have. So not really all that exciting for me. But I'm sure once it gets closer to coming out, I'm going to be feeling more excited about it. But at the moment, I'm not really too terribly hyped about that kit. Okay, trying to get this headpiece on here and having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Okay, that's on there. It feels very secure, that's good. Looks like Zach is about ready to call it a day for today. It's almost 1 a.m. in Korea, that's right. It is almost 1 a.m. here in Korea, and I am ready to call it a day. Building the torso yesterday, it had a few parts that were really giving me a headache, and the head, there's a couple of parts that are kind of doing the same. So it's kind of being a little bit frustrating. Anyway, although I would like to ask for your thought on the RX-78 II, the Origin version that's coming out. That'd be just the RX-78. I am very excited about the Master Grade RX-78, the Origin version that's coming out. Looks really cool. Very excited for that. When the fixed figuration kit came out, I thought it looked amazing, but so expensive. Really glad that they're making a Master Grade of that particular design. Whew. Okay. Getting there. Head is coming together slowly but surely. It's like the way the head transforms so far, I can say definitely looks better than on the Master Grade, which is good. Leaf in, gonna go in here like this. Interesting. And these computers. Drop in like that. Yeah. What's the deal with that thing? Oh, I bet that scared his cats. Uh, why doesn't this look right? Oh no. Oh, what's the problem? Hang on, guys. There's something is wrong in my construction here. That should be like that. And this should be. What is the deal? Got this part. Okay, so we put that in. Okay, maybe I should finish. I should watch the instructions more carefully. Let's push that back. And head all the way down. Put the faceplate on first, which shows. Map into here. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Then put this piece on. Like so. There we go. That's better. Still missing the sides of the head, but it's cool how the center piece, the very tip of it is actually too long to fit in here, just like to fit into this space. So actually, the tip of that actually goes between the main parts of the V-fin, which is pretty cool. Now we can put the sides of the head on. Pop. Should be pretty simple. Just pop those into place, I think. There we go. Like that. There's our head. Ooh. Love the Banshee. Looking good. Let's move our LED out of the way. Pop this on. Now our body is in destroy mode with the cockpit hatch open, but head is in unicorn mode. Anyway, it's still looking very awesome. That horn looks menacing. Indeed, it does. Question, thoughts on crazy posing at expo shows? I don't know. Crazy posing at what? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Should we transform this? I think it's probably pretty simple to transform. Probably easier with the head off. I just totally pulled the whole neck out as well. Probably just need to do one of these, pull this out, move this forward, open up the V-fin, tuck don't think that's all the way forward. Okay. That back in, move this down, rotate these around. That, like that, and that. That's on there. And this front part back on there, and there we go. There's it in destroy mode. That was very easy to do. If you built a master grade and you just have any sense of the engineering of this kit, then you can transform that without too much issue. You can see the part on the side is not fitting properly. There we go. Anyway, so very easy to transform that. Let's put this back on the body. And there we go. Very cool. Let's have a look compared to the master grade. Obviously, a very big size difference here. Zach, is that the P Bandai LED or third party? Someone asked Zach, hey Zach, is that the P Bandai LED set? The LED set for this kit is not P Bandai, it's just a regular release. And it's, yeah, this is the Bandai one, not the third party one. The third party one, I am getting one of those, but I don't think I'm going to use it for this kit, but I might actually, I don't know. Should be getting that later, maybe end of this week or something. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this broadcast. We might as well just cut it pretty soon here. If you guys have any other last minute questions, go ahead and leave those. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, checking it out. This is looking really awesome so far. Really excited to get to some painting work on this. But again, just placed an order today for some paints I need for this. Still need the black color paint. If I, for some reason at the last minute, like now if I suddenly decide that I want to do it in flat black instead of glossy black, I do have a lot of flat black. I can get started on that right away. I wouldn't have to wait, but I think I want to go glossy black. So that means having to find some glossy black paint. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I think this was probably one of the more boring live chats. So sorry about that. I mean, it was maybe not as talkative today. A little bit more tired. So sorry about that. But that's going to be pretty much it. I won't be doing a live chat tomorrow or probably the next day either. Just a reminder as well that tomorrow is the day when I'm going to choose the winner of the Gunpla Building for Cheap contest. So we'll announce that. So it's going to be probably a few days until the next live broadcast. Maybe before that, I might try to maybe build like one of the arms or one of the legs just off camera first and then build the other one on camera, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I've got a stack of HG kits, like new HG kits I need to snap up and review as well. So might need to put this aside for a moment to do that stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be it for today. We'll see you next time. Again, just stay tuned on Facebook and Twitter to see when the next live feed is going to be. I'll let you know. Anyway, thanks, guys. See you later. Bye-bye. When I press